Yeah.
It's Rambo. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I got you guys there. It ain't gonna look pretty, but
Rambo. What the fuck?
Hello there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, we're definitely live.
Yeah, we're live. I see us. It's Pumpkins.
It's Pumpkins. Pumpkins is the winner.
I think it's Pumpkins. It might be it. It looks like a head.
Let's see. So let me know if you guys can hear us.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The good old faithful.
My face looks really white.
Lee, that's because you're Caucasian.
Mm-hmm. Michael L. Rakes.
The jerk all over again.
Johnny White. David Knoll. Cody, say something.
Hello there, people.
Yes.
Greetings.
Yes. There's
Echo. They're saying echo.
No, that's just because I had my I didn't mute. I already muted though. So she's so freaking 80s. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Well, there's a bunch of people now saying echoes, Cody's echoing, echoes on Cody's.
No, they shouldn't. That's because there's like
Nah, fuck them. They're all full of shit.
Every goddamn.
Did you guys hear us? Oh, fuck you guys.
Here's my
They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Here's my Richard Brake impersonation from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. You ready? Fuck! 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 Fuck!
I can't wait to put my 31 on 31 video up because I have that scene. I do a little joke on that fucking scene.
Yeah, you're a giant dick tease on your little stream. You're like, oh, I got such an awesome thing in this video, but you just get one of these shit.
Yeah, the problem is that it could be perceived that I was taking all this time to make the video better.
I was fucking dying though because I was listening to it when I was in my truck driving, and whenever it would get to certain disparities, like people would be like, "These got it 5th, 7th, and 24th." You're like, ugh. Like just the sound effects you would make. Like Jason lives at 15. You're like, what? Tell me 15 moves is better than this.
Yeah. Well, so without spoiling anything, somebody has Jason Lives lower on the list, so worse than Jason X, and that is a bitter pill to swallow for this.
Oh, I know who that was.
Hey, you guys got your YouTubes muted? Because they say you guys are echoing.
I don't have YouTube open.
Okay, that's weird. The other two are echoing. Hold on, let me.
Oh, so now they're not fully fit.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Hey guys, the chat has issues.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah, this is a test.
There's an echo.
You are here to work for us for the next.
I bet it's. Hold on, let me go check something here. Hold on.
If you
I
find
got two different feeds of you guys because I used this NDI. Everybody
yeah.
For a second.
So I got two different audios. Yep.
Yep. So let me disable this, and that should fix that.
This CP sound RoboCop. I don't know.
Okay, so now you guys can talk, and it should within like the next 20 seconds on their end, you guys should clear.
Okay. So let us know immediately, chat, if we sound better or if we still suck ass.
Now batting number 27.
Mm-hmm. We got a spilled pasta sauce on aisle 5. I shouldn't be talking. You guys should be talking.
Price check on Vaseline.
Price check. You guys sound so clear to me. You sound amazing.
Well, I mean, that's just the
Hey, there's Beth S. Hey, Beth, how you doing? Beth is the vinyl hookup.
Yeah.
Thank you for deleting poop.
I mean, guys, like it's all well and good to have fun, but like don't spam with your ridiculous same shit post. Same shit, get it? I was talking about poop.
Still bad.
It's still
Let's
bad.
see.
Let's see.
Still bad.
I fixed. Let me go back in here.
Still echoing.
It's weird.
How many times did you see the new Halloween at the theater? Twice for me.
I wonder if let me see. Let me try something here. Hold on.
I had previous engagements.
How many days has it been? Lee's seen it, was it 17 times? No.
Maybe.
CP at work. Hell yeah.
No, this is not the stream about the 31 on 31. We're gonna.
I might have this figured out. So I turned the volume all the way down on the NDI, and I'm gonna just do.
We're looking for perfect.
Okay. So.
Echo is gone, guys. Says Michael L.
Echo is
Rick.
gone. Better.
Okay. So now you guys say something.
Something.
Okay. Yeah. That might be it.
I've got Oscar Mayer wiener.
Which is a sandwich, apparently.
Yeah, or not, if you're my counterpart.
This is just a test, people, so errors are welcome in this stream.
Perfect now. Cody is good. Okay.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
I figured it
Better.
out. I figured it
All
out.
right, so we're good.
All right, so we can start.
Okay.
We're just gonna take questions, or
Hey, you guys were talking about Suspiria. I'm not. Suspiria's not showing like for 45 minutes is like the closest that I can get to a Suspiria screening.
I haven't even checked what the nearest is. It's not in the vicinity of what Fandango searches, so I'm not even gonna bother fucking trying. I have a hard enough time getting 15 minutes from my house to see a movie anymore.
Yeah, I'm not. And you know it sucks too, because I really wanted to see that because I love the original so much. But
Yeah.
I might just wait. And I'm thinking because there's such a limited showings, maybe they'll put it on VOD like maybe a little early or something.
Dude, Amazon produced it, so
Yeah. So it could show up in Amazon in a month. Who knows?
right.
It might, yeah. I don't know. It's as soon as it pops up somewhere, I'm going to try to go see it. But it's not going to be a movie I'm going to travel for. Very few are.
And I feel like shit because I had the chance to watch it last night. But the British person in the house wanted to watch the Freddie Mercury movie.
CP, give me your thoughts on the Freddie Mercury movie.
Soft. Very, very. I mean, if you know about Freddie Mercury and his debaucherous lifestyle in the 80s, like you would think they'd at least cover that. But they really skate in that movie. It's a rah-rah isn't Queen a great band movie, which is, I mean, I guess that's all right if you really want to feel good about Queen, but like, I want to see them go through their downs and
give me all of it.
Yeah, like they had a rough time, getting that last album out before he died. Like that should have been the way the movie ends. The movie ends at Live Aid, which is 6 years before he died. They released 2 or 3 albums after that. It was just like, what the fuck?
Well, I read like a year ago that when Sacha Baron Cohen was kind of in charge of the movie, he wanted to go into all that. He wanted to go into the dark shit, and kind of the band actually was the one that vetoed it. They said, no, we want the shiny lollipop version.
Right. Dude, The Doors is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
And it fucking...
It's got all the dark shit.
Right.
I love... My favorite music biopic is that TV movie, The Temptations. It's like 2.5 hours long.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Dude, that's really fucking good. And they get into everything. Like, from the start through the whole thing with the singers splitting up and getting into drugs and everything. It goes through every single detail, and it's an awesome movie.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever seen Elvis and Me?
No.
It was based on the book written by Priscilla Presley, and it really it pretty much drags Elvis across the coals. It makes him look like the biggest asshole ever. But that came out when I was probably 10 or 11 years old. I remember it was like a TV movie, and it was like over 2 nights. But and the guy that played in Pet Sematary, the dad, he played Elvis. Dale Midkiff.
The television actor, I see.
Yeah, he's kind of a television actor.
Hey, he's good in Pet Sematary.
Oh, he's great in Pet Sematary.
He's all right.
Oh, by the way, I watched Pet Sematary 2 all the way through for the first time, and I don't know what the fuck people like. No disrespect, Killer Flicks, but this movie got somebody posted it, and I think 2/3 of the people were like, "I prefer it to the first one." And I was like, "What?" So I checked it out. What the fuck was that?
Yo, same director and everything too.
I know. That was the only other thing that she directed, I think.
Yeah, and for good reason. They're like, yeah, no, you can't do this anymore.
I was like, what the fuck is it? Like, it's different. I'll give it credit for that. But I'm like, compared to Pet Sematary, especially, I was just watching it like, huh?
I saw that in the theater, the second one. And I remember leaving the theater going, ugh.
I never watched it because I loved the first one so much, and my dad, who, especially when I was younger, was kind of like my compass for movies and music and stuff like that. He's like, that movie sucks ass. Don't ever watch it. I said, okay. So I never watched it. And then it wasn't until I got to Killer Flicks that all of a sudden it was like people loved it, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll give it a shot. And I wasn't even 20 minutes into it. I was like, oh, nope, Dad was right.
Cody, somebody's asking when your Demon Knight review is coming.
I'm gonna try to focus a lot more on Patreon reviews for the month of November.
Same.
I'm gonna ride Lee's train with that. But yeah, since the Halloween madness is over, I can get back to focusing on it, and that's one of the movies that's at the top of my list because it's one of the patron requests that I have seen already and really enjoy. So, sometime in November.
Yep. Hey, Beth S. mentioned Walk the Line. That's a damn good biopic.
Yeah, dude. Fucking guys is all about heroin for half the movie.
Yeah, if they're smoking heroin for at least 90 minutes, it's a good biopic.
Yeah, Ray. I didn't realize how
really
fucked
good.
Up he was.
He's like feeling the wrists.
You can have a good time and still cover the bad shit. Like it's just so silly.
I'm dying to see a Metallica biopic, but I know they're so powerful that they would control every piece of that movie. So you would get Jason Newsted for like 5 seconds.
Now, one of my all-time favorite movies is a biopic. It's Control, and it's about Ian Curtis from Joy Division, and the whole movie's filmed in black and white. And they don't make Ian Curtis look like the best guy because he was kind of going between two women. Like he was married, he just had a baby. And then Joy Division starts getting really popular, and then he meets this woman named Anique while he's on the road, and he falls in love with her. And so he's like torn, you know. So so it really kind of goes over how he's torn between these two women through the whole thing. And then he's in the midst of this band that's just like amazing. Like Joy Division is one of my favorite bands ever, and they only had 2 albums. He killed himself in 1980. Yeah, he was 22 years old. But man, they're a band that you can get sucked into. Like if you start listening to them, because a lot of their stuff's really dark, and you can get lost in Joy Division.
Power Up Productions drops a $5 super chat. Says, "What's up, guys? Hope you're feeling better, CP. I am. Thank you very much.
You look
as
better.
you hear,
you look great.
Yeah. I don't know if you could tell, but if I'm really shitty, you can't hear bass in my voice, and I'm about 80%.
I'm getting plenty of bass actually on my end. So.
Well, the video I sent to you
about that bass,
was I was in bad shape when I sent you that video for 31 days, Lee.
I know, man. It was such a tonal shift. I watched it and everybody's like happy go. And then you get to CP and he's just like, just in case I die, I just want to tell you I love you. You know? I was like,
well, that was a joke.
Yeah.
Well, I'll answer Easy 2184's question because he's want to know my favorite Joy Division album and song. Well, I mean, they only have 2 full-length albums, and then of course there's a couple. There's a greatest hits album. There's like a B-sides album, but it's a tough one because their first album, Unknown Pleasures, is. I'd say that's probably the best album, most consistent album, but Closer has like my favorite song, which is 24 Hours. 24 Hours is my favorite song, and New Dawn Fades, which is...
So there's 2 albums, but one of them's most consistent. So
I'm all fucked up over here.
Absolutely inconsistent.
It's hard for me, man, because I freaking love Joy Division that much. It's tough, you know? They have so many great songs.
Yeah, I know.
Control, that's a good song. Yeah. But, yeah. You know, I showed my son watched The Crow. He was wanting to watch The Crow, and James O'Barr, who wrote The Crow, is like a Joy Division fanatic, and he uses Joy Division in every Crow movie. But my son was like, "Hey, it's Devil's Night. I want to watch The Crow," and so we watched it. And when we got done with it, he was just like, "God, that movie is so good." And I didn't. He's like, when I watched it years and years ago, I didn't really think that much of it. I thought it was kind of boring. And now he's like, after watching it again, he's like almost obsessed with The Crow now. And I was like, "That's what The Crow will do to you." You know, you can get sucked into it.
I don't get it.
Dude, I love it so much.
I'm one of the few guys that just, it's all right. I don't need to.
There's a lot of people like me that love The Crow, that are just like obsessed.
Oh no, I know,
with it.
I know.
But man, I don't. Cody, what are your thoughts on The Crow? Are you a fan?
Yeah, it's not like in my top 10 of all time, but I really like The Crow.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, I mean, the sequels are pretty crappy, but man,
I've never seen any of them. I've never seen any of the sequels, but it's
really
a weird. Well, it's the sequel is basically just a remake over and over again, isn't it? It's like the same exact concept, just a
pretty
different
much,
guy.
Yeah.
So it's
pretty
just
much the same concept. Except
I don't really think I.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah. So
Groundhog Crow.
yeah. So yeah, I like the movie a lot. I like the soundtrack. I really like the cinematography and the tone and everything of it. I have very little bad to say about the movie. I actually didn't watch it in its entirety until probably 7 or 8 years ago. So it wasn't one that I grew up with necessarily, but I was like, oh, this is pretty badass.
Yeah. So it's by far one of the most gothic looking movies out there.
Yeah.
Like it's almost black and white, you know, but in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just, you know, I guess going back to my story with the Crow is, I was a casual Brandon Lee fan. I remember when I first came in the Air Force back in '92, Rapid Fire just came out. And I was like, I'll go see that. I like action movies, so I went and seen it. And I was like, Rapid Fire is a decent movie, but I saw something in Brandon Lee. I was like, if this guy catches the right role, he could be massive, you know, because he had the look. He was he was Bruce Lee's son. And so then I remember just going to get my breakfast one morning, and I pulled up the USA Today, and his picture was on there, and I was like, "Oh, is he doing a new movie or something?" And he was dead.
Nope.
and I was just like, "Holy crap, he died? That's crazy!" And then, you know, for a while, everybody thought the movie The Crow wasn't going to come out, you know, because of there was legal issues with the Brandon
plus the
family.
fact that he actually got shot.
He got
in
shot.
The scene
Yeah,
where he's filming. Yeah.
You can read up all kinds of stuff on the set of that movie and how unsafe they were and how a lot of people actually got hurt. They were shooting like 18-hour days in the rain. It was crazy. So when the movie finally came out, though, long story short, it was, I thought this is going to be a hodgepodge. They're going to like shoehorn like a stand-in a few of the scenes. But by the end of the movie, I remember the crowd was just like, wow, that was... packed audience, opening night, and it was sad, you know, especially that one scene where you see Brandon, he's just like seeing the trick-or-treaters, and then it just goes into like slow motion, and you just see, I don't know, I almost cried. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, God, it sucks he's gone, man, because can you imagine Brandon Lee as Neo in The Matrix? It would have been amazing. So
it's kind of the same effect we had when we all saw The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
especially how good he was. How good he was. Like the whole movie, you're like, damn, this is so good. Fuck, this is all we're gonna get. Like the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cody, that was a good idea with the 31 for 31 ranking. He thought of the whole idea. The title is mine. Thank you very much.
I thought it was CB's idea at first, and then I was like, no, it's Cody's.
And he says, maybe we can get a Chucky, Leatherface, and Scream big ranking one day?
That might not be a bad idea, actually, guys.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, about like a B squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a harder list for this.
Oh, God,
person.
yeah.
So,
I might actually have to. I'll actually have to watch all the fucking Hellraiser movies.
Right.
Oh, God. Hellraiser's tough to rank because like 5 of those movies are complete crap. It's just,
dude, like people. That's now that I finished Halloween. Now that I finished Halloween. That's the most popular comment I get is you should do the Hellraiser series. I actually have a guy that spammed like 50 of my videos with the comment in all caps, bold. Do a Hellraiser review and ranking. So I'm like, I don't know if I have the strength for it.
I'm telling you, dude, it's so tough. It's
because there's no like in all these series, there's at least some upswing eventually. Like Hellraiser, it's like once you get past the first one, it's like the whole fucking way down.
Yeah, it's like 1, 2, and then from what I've heard, it's just like.
Yep. I mean, shit. I watched the newest one. What the fuck was that? Judgment, and that was hard for me to get through. And that was everybody was saying was like the best one in like 20 years. So I was like, God.
Yeah,
damn,
it had things I liked about it, but yeah, it's like you said, man. If that movie came out after, say, the 3rd movie, it wouldn't have been nothing. You know, nobody would have cared about it. But it was like, oh, finally, there's something to get to latch onto at least.
Yeah. People really want to hear us talk about Creed 2.
I was just going to say that,
yeah. I'm still drugged up, Blake.
Dude, I can't wait for Creed 2. Like,
I cannot wait for it, and I'm hoping to God that this new director thing isn't going to bite us in the ass. But I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah, I've already planned with my best friend, Zach, who's also like a boxing, fighting fanatic, I said, go ahead and get the permission slip from the wife because we're going to see it that weekend.
Oh, yeah. I'm a Rocky fanatic. Like, oh my, I could talk for hours about Rocky. I just, that's my childhood. Seeing Rocky 4 in the theater, like, almost changed my freaking life. It was just, which is crazy to me that Lindsay's like never seen one of the Rocky movies. That's just
oh man,
Cody Anto is saying that Chucky isn't a B character.
Oh, here we go.
And Cody's
I'm not
the Chucky
saying
guy
B.
too.
I'm not saying B character as in B movies. I'm just saying like when you have like the hierarchy of fame, you have Freddy, Michael, and Jason. They're clearly at the top of the fucking castle, and then you have the next floor down, and you have what Chucky. You've got Leatherface. I wouldn't even put Pinhead in there. Pinhead just looks cool. You got
I'd put Scream there.
Scream, yeah, exactly. Like Scream, Texas Chainsaw, and Chucky are kind of neck and neck there on that second floor. Then you go below that, you got Pinhead, you got fucking Jeepers Creepers and shit like that. So that was not meant as a disrespectful comment because yeah, Chucky's my boy.
Yeah, I mean you can freaking you can go back and forth with what's A and what's B, but I mean if you're going by like success and how much money these movies make. Michael, Freddy, and Jason are the winners, clearly.
Well, they're not A if you ask Brian Lomax, that's for certain.
Yeah, Critters.
Friday the 13th.
No, Psycho. It's Psycho now, guys.
You know, it's good that you mentioned box office because Friday was like the clear winner for, franchise-wise for like the longest time. But, I mean, Halloween just passed $200 million for just this movie alone worldwide. So if you combine all the sequels together... they're getting close to where they could almost catch Friday, but they'd probably have to churn out a couple more movies. But
Friday had the advantage of having 3 more movies out there than Halloween for the longest time. Yeah.
Well, Friday's sitting at 12 movies right now if you include Freddy vs. Jason. That's only one more than Halloween actually now. So
that's right. I always think there's 13 for some reason, maybe because it lines up, but.
Do you guys want to just go get a knife from the kitchen and I'll just reopen the scar?
Yeah.
Would you like to maybe do that?
Spill it out.
Let's just shit on Jason for a little bit longer.
Oh, hey man, I had Friday the
John
13th sprinkled throughout my whole ranking.
What's up, bro?
Dude, I know everybody kind of did, but there's a certain somebody who's just like, dude, bottom half, man. What the fuck? What?
Number what? 28 or some shit.
What?
Uh-oh.
Cody, what level is Puppet Master?
No, I was kidding. Emily's here with a knife.
Puppet Master? Puppet Master's like in the fucking lobby, as far as I'm concerned. I don't like. I've only seen the first Puppet Master, and that was rough to get through. Everybody says the second one or the third one is better, but what is there like 13 of those fucking movies? Like that's a series I probably will never catch up on unless I absolutely run out of shit to review.
You can tell me there are 2 Puppet Master movies or 13, and I wouldn't know which is which.
I watched the first one of a patron request, and it was fucking rough. Like, I think I gave it a seat on Netflix because there was some cool, like, you watch a movie from, like, the late 80s, early 90s, there's certain things you expect from the era where you're like, it's kind of got its own little charm to it, but it is so, like, TV-level quality where I'm just like, this is a fucking franchise.
That's one of those movies, too, where the score really takes somebody like me out of it, like that weird, I don't know, like synthy. It's not really synthy. Like I don't know what you call that type of score, but it's just not quality.
Thank you, Chris Baber. Very nice.
It's odd. I need to watch the second one eventually because everybody says the second one's better, and at least give it a fair shake. There's some franchises where the first one being the best is not the rule. So
have you either of you seen the Littlest Reich or whatever?
No, I almost bought it. But I was like, I don't know if I need to watch the other ones.
Dude, the guy who directed that is the guy behind Bone Tomahawk and Cell Block 99.
Really?
That was my reaction.
He directed that one, or he was just like one of the producers?
I'm 80% sure he directed it. And that was literally my exact reaction. I was like, wait, what?
Hang on a second. If that's true, I'm fucking ordering it right now. So let's get to the bottom of your bullshit. Let me see.
I'm not claiming to be absolutely right, but I know he's attached somehow.
Easy 2184 is asking about when are we going to do Leprechaun movies or Wrong Turn movies?
Screenwriter.
Leprechaun sounds like torture, if I'm being honest.
Leprechaun is like a B version of Child's Play, kind of, the way that the tone goes. And look, I grew up with those movies. I've seen all of them except for... I've seen all of them through to the first Leprechaun in the Hood. I didn't see Leprechaun in the Hood 2. I didn't see any of the new ones where they got somebody besides Warwick Davis to play it. They're definitely like movies that most people would hate, but if you watch them, you just kind of enjoy them for the schlocky B movie charm of it. You can enjoy it.
They're actually remaking the first Wrong Turn, from what I hear.
You know what? If Hellraiser is dog shit after the first one, Wrong Turn is just undiscussable
fire.
after. Yeah,
I've only seen the first two, and I didn't even like the second one.
Yeah, I've heard the second one's okay. Am I wrong?
The second one is entertaining in spots because of what the fuck is the dude's name? Oh shit! Now I gotta look it up. But hang on. Continue.
Okay. I'll never forget. I was looking for some sort of horror thing, and a bunch of time had passed.
Henry Rollins. He's in it.
Oh,
and he's kind of the badass of the group or whatever. So there's moments where he's cool that the movie's entertaining, but yeah, Wrong Turn itself is like just a cool movie. It's not a movie that is going to deserve a ton of fucking praise. And you get to 2 and it's like, and then what was it, like 3 through 7 or something like that?
Dude, that's what I was just gonna say. I was in this store and I'm like, oh, Wrong Turn 3. Oh, Wrong Turn 4. Wrong Turn 5. What the fuck did I just miss? Why are there so many wrong turns?
Yeah, I bought the collection.
Yeah.
It's one of those collections like, am I really going to watch the third one? And on.
Yeah.
6.
Chris Baber, I appreciate it, man. That was really cool. Really nice.
Look at you, Lee, on the ball.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. Did we miss the question from John Kyle Stanton? I don't even remember.
Somebody just dropped.
No, he dropped the Puppet Master.
Don't know straight
question.
That's right. Okay.
Chris
somebody
Baber
was asking favorite Michael Jackson song and album. I think it was the same guy that was asking Joy Division, but everybody's gonna say Thriller, but I actually grew up with Off the Wall because I don't know, I love that album Off the Wall. So my favorite song's Thriller. So I don't know if you guys listen to Michael Jackson, but
yeah. What's PYT on? Is that on Thriller or the one before it?
Pretty Young Thing is on Thriller, actually.
All right, so it's got to be Thriller, but I like Pretty Young Thing.
Yeah, that's it. I like Michael Jackson. He's got some good. I like Prince. I love Prince, man.
I enjoy
Jackson like me a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah. I enjoy Michael Jackson whenever he comes on, but he's never been an artist that I seek out. So I honestly don't know much about him aside from the hits.
Well, he's one of those. He's got like a really signature sound. He created his own dance moves. So it's one of those like you either really like him or it's just not your thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I remember a time when Michael Jackson was like the biggest.
My favorite was probably always Billie Jean. That's the one with with Van Halen in it, right?
No, the one with Van Halen in it is Beat It.
Beat It. That's right. Okay, it's one of those two. One of those two is probably
there's like an urban legend too. When you hear it in Beat It, when they go to Eddie Van Halen's solo, you can hear in the background this, like a knock on a window, and somebody said that like that's either Michael Jackson or somebody knocking on the window while Eddie Van Halen is playing in the booth. But it's an urban legend, so I don't know.
How would you
right there with that? Right there with the fucking ghost and 2 Men and a Baby, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, I'm gonna be in the doghouse if I don't get off here, and it's so hard to leave because 132 people watching, freaking awesome people in the chat. God damn it. I could leave it on, and you guys could talk to him if you want.
5 watching. Okay.
12 watching, 6 watching.
No, I'm sure you guys would maintain those numbers easily.
Cody would.
Yeah. We could just leave it on, and you guys could eventually walk out of frame.
Are you guys staying? Or are you going?
And just see how long it goes. It's funny. No, but I wanted to do just a test to find out if this thing was going to work out and work out the kinks, which we kind of did. So hopefully tomorrow night for HallowStream, we don't have any issues. We will. We always do, but hopefully not as many. And ScreamStream, my plan is for ScreamStream to come back next week, like maybe next Thursday night, if I can get all of you guys on the same schedule.
And we're going to be pretty heavy on the 31 stuff, right?
Yeah, I was thinking the next ScreamStream episode we're going to do 31 on 31, and
I'll try my damnedest to get mine up by then.
Yeah, and if you can't, we could do yours live, and we could kind of react to what your list is and say if you're full of shit or not.
Well, Jason Lives is number 1, so we'll just start with that. And the one thing that I was the only person that had Resurrection on the bottom. There's your sandwich teaser. I was actually shocked at that.
Let me respond to what's that? Pearl necklace leads to boob sweat leads to pearl necklaces. Drumdums, did you know that 2 members of Vinnie Vincent Invasion went into the band Slaughter? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. One of them wasn't Vinnie Vincent. It was Mark Slaughter, and it was Dana Strum. Man, I have
What?
I have both Vinnie Vincent Invasion albums, and then I jumped on the Slaughter bandwagon after Vinnie Vincent left. But yeah, I'm a massive Vinnie Vincent fan.
All night.
Sleep all day. Do you guys know what band Vinnie Vincent was in before Vinnie Vincent Invasion? Cody? CP?
No.
He was in Kiss.
Was it really?
Yep, he was in Kiss on 2 of the albums. He was on Lick It Up, and he was on Creatures of the Night.
Whoa.
Yeah. Lick It Up!
John,
wow.
John Kyle Stanton.
Oh my God. Who dropped 100?
That's
John Kyle Stanton.
Jesus, John, holy crap.
Says, just wanted to thank you guys for the Dr. Lemus and Cody's Halloween reviews. I work in a cubicle and it stopped me from killing myself.
Damn,
CP, your favorite stand.
Awesome. Dude,
CP, what's your
so
favorite
nice,
stand-up
man.
of all time?
George Carlin.
George Carlin. Yeah, that's pretty monumental donation there, man.
Wow,
So-
dude, that's awesome. That will be split between us 32 guys, just so you guys know. But
Lindsay and Brian, you fucked up.
yeah, you guys fucked up bad. Oh, I want to answer his question. What was the question again? What, Cody? You just answered something that he asked. What did you say last?
Well, no, he said he asked CP what his favorite stand-up of all time was.
Oh yeah. I got an answer for that. Mine's Bill Hicks. I'm a massive Bill Hicks fan.
Yes.
Yes.
My favorite is Joe Rogan. That guy.
Oh yeah, I love Joe Rogan.
Because I love the I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I'm just going to say what's funny kind of comedy, and he's got that in spades. And just some of the crazy shit that he comes up with that he fully admits to only thinking of when he's stoned is just.
Have you ever listened to Doug Stanhope?
There's very few of those left. I was just going to say Doug Stanhope.
I love Doug Stanhope.
Jim Jeffries is still pretty over the edge.
Prior to 7 or 8 months ago, Louis C.K. I would have said that probably never hear from him ever again.
What?
Dude, you didn't open
Scandal
for him.
aside, the dude is talented as hell with his comedy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he shows people his dick, but still pretty funny.
Did you hear Sarah Silverman on the Howard Stern show recently?
No.
Oh my God. She was talking about she let a lot of stuff out of the bag. She was talking about Louis C.K. and how they've been friends forever. And even when she was like really young, they used to get naked together and run up and down the elevator in the hotels that they would stay at. And he would masturbate in front of her, but they weren't sexual together. Figure that one out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
he was sexual with himself, at least.
She dropped that on the Howard Stern show, and then it made news the next day.
I don't know. I guess I'm old school. I kind of prefer my dick to be inside something, but it's just I don't know. 2018, we're into some new shit.
Sam Kinison, hell yeah, Jason. I was a big Sam Kinison fan. Rest in peace. Man.
Eddie Murphy, old school Eddie Murphy was one of my favorites too.
One of my first albums I ever got was Delirious, and I used to listen to it like every day. I wish Eddie Murphy would come back and do like a stand-up special. Because he was so funny with Raw and Delirious.
His kids are grown up now too, so there's no excuse to hold back because he wanted to be clean. But that's over. Let's go.
Yeah, Chris Baber, man, thanks. I appreciate it.
We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be done in a minute.
We're both getting in trouble now, Cody.
Yeah. No. It's my daughter comes in with my youngest daughter. She's like, she's trying to choke herself with her necklace. I'm like, then take the necklace off.
Oh no!
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna cut out, but look for HallowStream tomorrow night, and look for Scream.
Let her come in here. Let her come in here. Just go. Come here. And, you want to say bye?
And I know CP wanted to. You know what, CP? Give me your thoughts on Halloween 2018 before we leave. I'm gonna give you the floor with that.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for years.
I know.
No, I liked it. 4 out of 5.
4. I keep hearing you say that. 4 or 5. What problems did you have with it?
Without spoiling anything,
dude, it's been freaking. Yeah, you can spoil whatever you want.
The Toomis deciding to be a bit of a.
Oh yeah, Sartain.
Hi.
Oh, we're gonna have a whole section on Sartain tomorrow night. Oh my God, we're probably gonna talk. We're gonna be talking in depth about Sartain tomorrow. That's gonna be.
You know what? Lee, why don't I go? You guys do your big Halloween thing tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about it during 31, and I'll give a little extra juice then.
Sweet.
Can I plug Emily's Adventures in Harlem?
Please.
So her Exorcist review should be up sometime in the next hour to 10. She's having trouble currently getting it up, but it's done and it's uploading. So shoot over to that channel and check it out. She put a lot of work into it.
Yeah. CP was telling us before we went live that she spent like a week just getting everything together, recording, putting on costumes, all that stuff. I mean, she really goes all out. So say hello to Cody's little one. It's adorable. Okay. Bill Burr rocks too, by the way. I forgot to mention Bill Burr. Yeah, I don't think anybody can work a crowd as good as Bill Burr does. Like the guy really can own a crowd. So.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you a cookie. No way.
Okay, everybody, have a good night. Say goodbye.
That's not Michael. Say hi. Say bye, CP.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
CP.
That's adorable.
That sounds like Dennis.
Say bye, Lee.
Yeah. Oh, Rambo. Before we go, thoughts on? Did you see the picture with Rambo? The latest picture. She didn't want to talk about Rambo. Okay.
She said bye, Lee. Bye, Lee. Shut up.
We'll talk about Rambo on the next Scream stream then. How about that?
Okay.